Good morning, I'm Asha here. Today I'm going to explain a square prism resting on corner problem. See, before starting any of the problem, first understand what is the solid figure they have given. So it is a square prism and the side of each square prism is equal to 35 mm. So there are two surfaces, square surfaces for the prism. So one is top surface and another one is bottom surface. Bottom surface is represented as A1, B1, C1 and D1. Top surface is represented as A, B, C and D. So the height from O to O1 is known as the axis length and it is given as 60 mm. So from O to O1 the height they have given as 60 mm and it is resting on one of its corner. So here the corner is A1, whichever is at the extreme right position, that is the one which is resting on HP. So here all the problem, first position is always in HP. So always you are starting your first position from below the XY line. So if it is resting on HP, it is HP and VP. First position lies in HP, second will be inclination with respect to HP, third will be inclination with respect to VP. So in the problem, you have to see the third position, that is the inclination with respect to VP. If it says that edge inclined to VP, then it is a normal problem. If it says axis inclined to VP, then you have to find the beta angle and it will be a beta angle problem. If it says axis appears to be inclined to VP, already the beta angle is given and you have to do like a normal problem. That is transfer the dimension from the second position directly to the third position. So here, this is a problem. It says that axis appears to be inclined to VP at 45 degrees. So among these three conditions, it is the third condition. Axis appears to be inclined to VP. Already this 45 degree, that is the beta angle. So directly transfer the second position dimension to the third position. So when I am viewing from the top, I will be able to see only the top surface of the square prism, that is A, B, C and D. Whereas the bottom surface A1, B1, C1, D1 will be hidden to me. So whatever that is drawn in blue color, only that is visible to me when I am viewing from the top because the observer will be here. So if I want to write the front view, I can see A1, the viewer will be here. I can see B1, B, A1, A, C1 and C. So let's write the first position. Go for rectangle by 2 points. Here the square brace side is equal to 35 mm. So width is 35, height is 35. Angle, since it is resting on corner, angle you give it as 45 degree. So place it always first position below the XY line. So I want to name it. I can see A, B, C, D when I am viewing from the top. I cannot able to see A1, B1, C1 and D1. Now name it. I can see A, A1, B is visible, B1 is not visible, C, C1, D, D1. Okay. So when I am viewing from the top, this axis center O is visible to me, but O1 is not visible to me. So use the projection line. Okay. Connect the two corners. So you will get the center. Name that center. So O is visible to me. O1 is not visible to me. Okay. Now write the front view, project everything onto XY line. Now use the visible line. I know the height. I can see CC1. So write it in visible line. Height is equal to 60. See, I can see all the three corners. C1, B1, A1. So even this is visible to me. Always first preference is for the visible line, then comes the hidden line, then the projection line. So here I can see bottom surface is always A1 dash, top surface is A dash. So here it is B1 dash, B dash, C1 dash, and C dash. Okay. O1 dash is not visible to me when I am viewing from the front, as well as D and D1 dash. So write that. O dash, and this is O1 dash. Okay. Then D1. So D1 dash is hidden, and D dash is also hidden. Okay, show the axis height 60 mm. So this completes the first position. Second position, it says that axis of the prism is inclined to HP at 40 degree. So select the position, first position, go for move option. It has to keep a copy. Click on A1 dash, place it at a convenient distance. Okay, then go for rotate. Again, select the entire position. Go for select A1 dash and A dash. Okay, go for rotate. Select entire position. Select A1 dash to A dash. In the position, you give 40 degree. Okay, measure the angle. So this is 40 degree. You need not have to show this dimension. Okay, so D dash, this is B dash, so this is C1 dash, and this is C dash. Okay, now use the projection line. First start from A1 dash. A1 is here, so the intersection will be A1. B1 dash, the intersection will be B1. Then C1 dash, again B1 dash. Okay, similarly A dash project onto A, B dash project onto B, C dash project onto C, and D dash project onto D. Okay, now name it. So start from here. This is A1, B1, C1, and D1. Okay, again here it is A, B, so this point is C, and this is D. So how to draw the visible and the hidden lines? Go for line option, take the visible. First connect all the boundary points through visible line. So connect all the outer boundary points. Through visible line. Then see the base which is near to the observer. See, if you want to write the top view, the viewer will be at the top. So for the observer, A, B, C, D, A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash is the base near to the observer. So make that base as visible. So remaining is, after doing these two rules, whichever is on the XY line or near to the XY line, from that three edges will appear. Those three edges will be hidden. So use a dotted line to represent the hidden lines. So A is connected to, A1 is connected to B1, A1 to D1. So if you see here, A1 is connected to A1 is connected to B1, A1 is connected to D1. So these things you make it as hidden, but you can see C1, C dash, so that should be visible. So always we know that C1 to C dash should be visible, because always visible line overrides the hidden line and the axis line. So represent, so here it is O1 and this is O. See, since A1 is hidden, you have to write this within the brackets. Okay. So this completes the second position. So third position, it says that axis appears to be inclined to VP at 45 degree. So go for line option. projection line. So draw a 45-degree line. So length can be anything. It is minus 45. It says that axis of the prism. Which is the axis? O1 to O is the axis. Measure the length. Distance between. So here 45.96. Actual axis height is 60, but it is 45.96. So that's why it is called a beta angle problem, but it says appears to be inclined, already beta angle is given. So take the move option, select from the second position, either click on O1 or O. So click on O1, place it on the 45-degree inclination line. Then go for rotate. You should not keep a copy. Select everything from O1 to O. Make it such that this line will be along 45-degree line. Okay, now we have rotated and the axis O1 to O is along 45-degree inclination line. You can show the inclination. It is 45-degree. Now get the final view. Use the projection line. A is here. Again A dash. So this is my point A. B dash. C dash. And D dash. So project D onto D dash. Again A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, and D1 on B1 dash. Okay, now name it A dash. So this is my A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. Similarly, A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, D1 B1 dash. Now, what is the rule for writing visible and hidden edges? So go for line option, take the visible line, connect all the outer boundary points. So connect all the outer boundary points through visible line. See which is the base near to the observer. You are writing the front view. So observer will be at the bottom. So base near to the observer is A, B, C, D. So A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. Make that as visible. So after doing so, any point near to XY line will be D1. So connect. So D1 is not connected to any of the points. So the line joining from D1 will be A1, C1 and D. So line connecting D1 will be connected to C1. D1 will be connected to C1. T1 will be connected to A1. So line connecting that will be hidden. So D1 is connected to A1. D1 is connected to C1 and D1 will be connected to D. So those lines will be hidden. So remaining B1, B dash, that is visible because B is near to the observer. So from B1 to D, it will be visible. Okay, so only these three edges will be hidden. Now you project O1 also. So O1, O1 dash, O with O dash. So line connecting to that. Go for O to O1 will be axis. Connect O1 through axis line. So O1 to O. Represent it as O1 dash and O dash. Okay, so here D1 dash you have to write within the bracket. So this completes the problem. Thank you.